Mills Weather Center, meteorologist Stephen Nehrenz.
Well, a sight that we've become quite accustomed to over the last several days, cloud cover. Lots of it, and temperatures not budging a whole lot. So take a look from Jinx to the east and southeast. Thankfully, winds are light, so that does at least help the cause for us a little bit if you have outdoor plans this afternoon. Still waiting on that rain. Once again, the steady rain is going to be late tonight, overnight into early tomorrow morning, but could be some spotty showers developing this afternoon. We're holding steady at 50 degrees, but calm winds, so we'll certainly take that if nothing else. Temperatures across the state, pretty socked in, cloudy and cool, low 40s to our north and west. Again, on average about 50 most of eastern Oklahoma. Here's that front that's hung up right near the Red River. So Idabel, you can see Idabel's 65 degrees with the south breeze. That's the warm spot across the entire state. And look further south of this front. This time of year, as we get from late fall to early winter, these kind of chillier air masses with the low cloud cover can really just kind of get bogged down across the area. And you can tell 40s and 50s for our area, but then you get down to Dallas at 73, Shreveport's 81 degrees. There's springtime for you. And that front will try to lift north over the next couple of days, but it's kind of stuck right now. So radar, this is just light to occasionally moderate rain, kind of the first wave of rain with this system developing across the Texas Panhandle into southwestern Oklahoma. We'll see that eventually spread in with time this afternoon. This first opportunity here through the afternoon hours is going to be pretty hit or miss and pretty light. But later tonight, back behind this, much steadier rains and some heavier storms will start to develop. So here's the closer in view. A couple showers making their way into Norman, Purcell, just south of OKC, and then more off to the west. And again, this will kind of spread its way up the Turner Turnpike over the next few hours. But again, just notice the rain chances through the daylight hours pretty low. So if you're west of Tulsa, you've got the best chance to pick up a shower or two this afternoon. East and northeast chances remain very minimal, basically through daylight. But then later tonight, notice when these chances really start to pick up after 8, 9, 10 o'clock, midnight into the overnight hours. The highest chances when rain will be most widespread is when most of us will be asleep, but you might be woken up by some heavy rain and, believe it or not, maybe some thunder and lightning, which we haven't had in quite a while in most spots. Rainfall amounts. Some areas are going to get a pretty good soaking. Unfortunately, it's not going to be big-time rain totals for everyone. It's kind of a fairly narrow corridor that seems to be setting up near or maybe just south of I-44, where we could have those more common 1 to 2 inch rainfall totals in quite a few, at least spots in that corridor where you see kind of that yellow-orange shading. Outside of that, further north, further south, likely less than an inch. Now, it looks like everyone will get rain, but again, further north, further south, probably lower-end rainfall totals, just the way that's setting up. But that little corridor could, shift further north or south at least a little bit over the next several hours. So highs today, generally lower 50s. Might be a few spots to the south and east, a little warmer, but not much of a warm-up. Notice the kind of expansion of rain later tonight. So isolated hit or miss showers this afternoon, but then later tonight, rain expands in coverage 10 o'clock to the midnight hour. Pretty widespread, especially I-40 to the north. And at this time, from midnight to about 2, 3, 4 in the morning, there will be some embedded heavy thunderstorms. Could be some rumbles of thunder. Maybe even 1 or 2 storms that produce some brief gusty wind. Severe weather, not really much of a factor at all with the system, so that's good news. But again, there might be 1 or 2 storms that are briefly noisy early in the morning hours tomorrow. And some locally heavy totals. Could be some ponding on the roadways for the early morning drive. By morning rush hour tomorrow, the steadier rains are moving off to the east. We are going to try to recover to the 60s tomorrow, especially south of Tulsa. But that is going to be highly dependent on the sunshine. As you know, that's been a big struggle this week. So we're going to try and be optimistic about the warm up tomorrow, but just be aware if those clouds hang in, that temperature may drop again. Friday, we're back into the chilly weather. There's another system Friday night and Saturday morning. Sweeps through here pretty quickly, but we'll have another round of rain and maybe some thunder with it. We'll stay generally cool through the weekend. The next week, temperatures are warming up a bit, and another storm system building. That one, Monday to Tuesday, we'll have to keep an eye on. That could be a potential severe weather maker by around Tuesday of next week, so we'll be watching that closely.